Jay Sri Radheshyam, Vayunitai Gaudiya Vaishnavism, Japo Hare Krishna Hare Ram. Vayunitai Gaudiya Vaishnavism, Japo Hare Krishna Hare Ram. Is salvation not possible without a guru? By Swami Ramshuk Das. An old text printed by Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Actually, this many small books, I found them in Radhakund, in one of the 3 bookstores that are over there. So I haven't been reading this actually, so let's check what we have here. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Guru Shri Guru, Jai Guru Shri Guru, Jai Guru Radharaman, Jai Nitai, Jai Gaur, Jai Jai Sri Radheshyam. Shri Hari. Is salvation not possible without a guru? Who can be a guru? The one under whose guidance we visualize the light of knowledge and who help us to eliminate the darkness of ignorance. Be it in any subject, that person is called our guru, spiritual guide. For instance, the one who shows us the way when we seek it is our guru, whether we accept it or not. We do not need to have a bondage with that person. During a wedding, the pandit gets the bride married to the bridegroom, and they are bound to each other for a lifetime. The wife becomes exclusively devoted to her husband. After this, that pandit is not even remembered, and it is not even insist in the scriptures to do so. Guru's work is done once he links us to God. It means that the Guru helps the human being to be in front of God and not to put the being before himself or make a relation with him. Likewise, our duty is to be one with God and not to relate ourselves to a Guru. For instance, there are many relationships in the world, like father, mother, son, wife, nephew, etc. It is no way different to form another one with Guru. So, with the already formed several relationships, there's yet another one formed with the Guru. Our relationship with God is eternal and natural, because we are eternal part of God. Bhagavad Gita 15:7 reads, and Manasa Uttara 117:1, the Guru make us recall that forgotten relationship and not to form a new one. I often ask, who comes first, the son or the father? The answer that usually is that the father comes first, but in reality, if you see, it is the son first, and then the father, because the name father comes only when there is a son. First, he's a husband, and when he has a son, then he is called a father. Likewise, when the disciple is enlightened with the knowledge of truth, that's when the guide is called a guru. Before acquiring this knowledge by the disciple, there is no guru. That's why it is said, Gu is darkness, and R is light. So one who removes the darkness of ignorance is called a guru. There is a well-known couplet about a guru. Guru is accepted with reverence only when he puts the disciple in front of God. It is purely deception to become a guru without showing the way to reach a known God. One cannot be called a guru till one can acquire the qualities of a guru. That's why there is no glory of a guru of its own. His glory is realized only when God is standing along with him for us to see and feel. The one who helps us to realize God. The real guru is the one who wants his disciple to attain salvation and works for his welfare, salvation. And the real disciple is the one who is devoted to his guru. If the guru is a realized soul and the disciple acts upon his directions with true feelings, undoubtedly the disciple will attain salvation. If the philosopher's stone cannot convert iron into gold by its mere touch, it means either the stone is not real or the iron is not real, or there is some duplicity in between. In the same way, if the disciple is not enlightened with the knowledge of real truth, it means the guru must not be enlightened, or the disciple must not be faithful, or there is some insincerity between the two. The real guru. The real guru is the one who is only concerned about the welfare of his disciple, salvation. How can a person be our guru if he does not have the feeling of our welfare in his heart? So, the real guru is the one who wishes our upliftment, whether we accept him as a guru or not, and also if he agrees to become our guru or not. He does not have the desire that he should become a guru, or the other accept him as a guru, or they become his disciples. The one who wants to acquire wealth is the slave of wealth. Similarly, the one who wishes to have a disciple becomes the slave of the disciple. If a person wishes to become a guru, he can never lead others to salvation. The one who wants money from the disciple is not a guru, but is the slave of the disciple, and in actuality, he becomes disciple of the disciple. The reason is that the disciple possesses money, and so money is the disciple of the disciple. And the disciple of the money is the guru, so the guru is the disciple of the disciple. Think about it. Could anyone be your guru if he desired anything from you? No, he cannot be. Whoever wants money, respect, praise from you is indeed your disciple, not your guru. A true saint does not crave for the world, but the world has a dire need for him. And the one who does not wish to have anything is the real guru. The true saints and sages do not have any interest in becoming a guru, but they are keen for the salvation of the world. They have a natural and genuine desire for the spiritual progress of the world. I have also been looking for good saints and sages and being able to find a few of them, but they never desired that if I become their disciple, I will be blessed. Only the person who desires to become a guru publicizes that it's essential to have a guru, that there is no liberation without a guru, etc. It sounds, I know these words. I have heard this before. There is not such provision that only a living person can become a guru. Sri Sukadev Ji Maharaj was there thousands of years ago, but he gave initiation to Sharanadasaji Maharaj. The Guru himself gives initiation to a true disciple because if the disciple is sincere, he does not need to search for a guru. He on its own gets him. A person with real devotion gets a realized saint. People seek a guru, but the real guru tries to find a disciple. The real guru is trying to find a disciple. It's not upside down. That the people is looking for the guru, like a superstar. We're following the guru in a palanquin. No. The guru is the one who is trying to find a disciple. It makes a lot of sense. Because somebody must to keep the line. So it must be a very, very truly bona fide soul disciple. It makes sense. The real gurus have a strong compassion inside them. In this world, the mother is held in highest regard. She is the child's first preceptor. She gives birth to a child, feeds him. The child plays on her lap. She upbrings him. Without the mother's presence, all this is not possible. The mother has lived without the children for many years, and it was in no way a hindrance for her to live. But still her fondness towards her child is so intense that she will remain hungry, but will make sure that the child does not stay hungry. She will face hardship to upbring her child. Such is the nature of a real guru as well. Whenever he accepts anyone as a disciple, he conduces him to attain salvation. He has the capability to lead the disciple to salvation. I myself have witnessed such instances. Jai Ho. I tell you a story. There was a saint. He didn't accept anyone to be his disciple, but treated him as a friend. Once, a friend of his was suffering from a very serious illness, and he got scared. He was not even cured by the best of medicines and treatments. The saint asked his friend to pass on his illness to him. But the friend thought, how could he do that? The saint once again told him that when he asked him again, he should not refuse and not put any hindrance. Rather, he asked him to pass on half of his illness to him. The friend agreed. The saint shared half of his illness. Surprisingly, thereafter, he was cured of the whole of his illness. Such competent souls can only become gurus. In spite of this capability, the saint didn't accept anyone as a disciple during his lifetime. It's a story of Bade Baba in the Ganges, when the disciple gave him all his illness and Bade Baba took it. His body get very, very dark in that very moment. He took all the sins of the sadhu and he purified him just like this. It's a real guru power, Shakti. The real deal. After making a guru, a disciple is made to feel that guru's status is higher than even God's. As a result of this, the disciple starts worshipping the guru, singing his prayers, and ignores God. Actually speaking, it is a blunder. It leads one to hell. A true saint, when realizes that his disciples are giving him more importance than God, he decides not to make any more disciples for his lifetime. Because the disciples get attached to the guru and fail to become one with God. If with a true guru's company, people feel more devoted toward God, then it is desirable, but if they develop bondage with the guru, it will be disastrous. The so-called gurus who want to attract the disciples toward themselves are frauds and thugs, and not sincere gurus, fake gurus. The real guru is one who links the disciple to God. For our well-being, there is none other well-wisher than God, be it our guru, our father, our mother, or any other relation. We see exactly the same in the case of Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram, by preaching and spreading the name of God in every country. Actually, every country does not mean Europe and England and America. Every country means outside Bengal. Outside Bengal as a Bangla culture. So, for example, Puri, Vrindavan, Himalayas, all these are other countries in terms of the Shastra for us. Other countries does not mean overseas. Manu Samhita say the sadhus who are traveling overseas, you must be very careful with them because some weird intention they have. It's prohibited for a sannyas or a sadhu to travel overseas for preaching or doing any kind of mission by Manu Samhita. We can follow Manu Samhita or not. But the main point is that other countries means Navadvip, Jagannath Puri, etc., etc. These are the other countries because they are different cultures actually. They have different language, different traditions, etc. So Nityananda, wherever he went for preaching, he never put his name as a principal. He only chanted the glories of Gauranga. Actually, Nityananda Ram chanted Gauranga's name. It was not chanting Hare Krishna, Kirtan, Mahamantra or stuff like that. Everything was about Gaura, Gaura, Gaura. And the associate of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, mainly they chant Gauranga, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura. Gaura himself chant Krishna, Krishna, and Radha, Radha, Ram, Ram. But the associate of Gauranga, actually, they chant Gaura, Gaura, Gaura. They put Bhagavan or God first, not themselves. This is the real gurus. This is the real guru. Attitude of real guru. Also, we have another interesting episode similar on the life of Bade Baba, Radha Ramancharan Das Dev. Everybody was praising him as avatar. Some say that he was Chaitanya, others say that he was Nityananda, but he never accepted this. Even he punished his disciples who started spreading this kind of words. Reject. Yes. He reject to Navadvip Chandra Daswalai Maharaj, his first and most loved disciple possible. He reject him because he was saying that he was the incarnation of Nityananda Ram. So, yeah, the Guru will never take the asan, the position of Bhagavan, and let that his worshipping will be superior than the worshipping of Bhagavan. Nowadays there are some gurus who accept, well, not some gurus, I saw only pictures about one guru who accept tulsi leaf in his feet. The ignorant disciples are putting tulsi leaves in his feet. All of them are going to hell directly. They are all going to hell. But people is people. People are people. So
Srimad Bhagavatam says that people want to go to the hell.
Yeah, people want to go to hell. That is true. That's why they are doing all these nonsenses. And also that same guru in Europe, his asana is bigger than the altar of Radha and Krishna. And it's in superior level. It's even upper.
Yeah, because they say that he is Radha.
It's incredible, really. That's why it's so important to learn, to read, to study the Shastras, to study the words of the true saints, the true gurus who will teach us the real things. Only the impostor's work is to get people worship them and not God. What I am saying. The people who are keen to make disciples, the ones who have greed for money, property, praise, respect, etc., and those who want to spread their fame, for such people it is a far-fetched affair to lead others to salvation. They can't attain salvation even for themselves. These people bring misery to all beings in the same way as the fraud hermit brought to King Pratapabhanu company of these saints who always have strong feelings for welfare, salvation of others, and don't have any other selfish feeling in their hearts, leads people to salvation. The ones who are selfish and without any desires can only help others to become free from desires. People who are interested in fulfilling their own desires can only cheat others. They can't lead others to salvation. It is a principle that those who make other people weak are themselves weak inside, and those who make other people capable are also capable themselves. The real gurus can help others to become gurus, and those who wish to make disciples are incapable themselves. God is always the greatest of all. Therefore, he does not consider or make anyone smaller to him. Those who totally surrender to him became great as well. He makes them equal to himself, makes them his friend and not disciples. For instance, Nisadaraj was a true perfect devotee. Bibhisana was a striver and Sugriva was a pleasure-seeker person. But for Lord Ram, all were equal, and he considered all of them his friends. Arjuna accepts himself as a disciple of the Lord, but the Lord treats himself as a friend. He does not consider himself a guru. In the Vedas, also it is provided that God is a friend to all human beings. The individual soul and the supreme soul, like the two birds in a tree, always stay together, share a mutual friendship, and take shelter in the body. Wow, so beautiful about Paramatma. The one who is great regards others as great too, and similarly, one who thinks others are lowly and small, oneself becomes so. And the one who is great in reality doesn't even feel shy or ashamed of being small. In the epic Mahabharata, amidst the group of kshatriyas and warriors, Lord Krishna opted to become a charioteer, and when Arjuna asked him to place his chariot in the middle of the two army groups, he accepted his commands as a disciple. When the Pandavas organized Yagya, the sacrificial ceremony, first and foremost, they worshiped Lord Krishna. But in that ceremony of Lord himself picked up the used plates of the Brahmins after meals. Krishna never felt embarrassed of doing such small jobs. The people who are actually small are only scared and ashamed of being so, and are worried that others may not know about their being lowly and degrade them. The glory of a guru. Interesting reading. In fact, there is no one who can describe the greatness, glory of a guru. In the spiritual texts, reverence for a guru has been mentioned, as he is considered more important than even God, but this importance is for his truthfulness and not for his vanity, hypocrisy, or wickedness, which is on an increase nowadays. It is very difficult to judge who is good, who is bad, who is wrong, who is right. The evil which appears as an evil is easy to remove, but the evils that appears in disguise of virtues are very difficult to eradicate. Ravana, the fraud hermit, and Kalanemi impersonate themselves as mendicants in front of Sita, Raja Pratapavanu, and Hanuman, respectively. So they didn't realize the ambiguity and fell in their trap. Nowadays, the way the disciples are devoted to their gurus, the guru are not worth it. This is the reason that Setaji, Jayadav Jalaji, Goyandaka used to say, we don't have reverence for the gurus of today, but appreciate their disciple instead, as the devotion of the disciples toward their gurus is very respectful. Even the importance of gurus, as mentioned in the scriptures, does not deserve to be spread in today's time, as nowadays, for their self-interest and greed, the impostors disguise themselves as saints and gurus. The Kali Yuga also helps in this, as it goes hand in hand with the evil and of unrighteousness. Truthfully, the greatness of a guru is to be accepted from within and not for spreading or publicizing. Those who talk about gurus' importance and publicize books on necessity of a guru prove that they desire to become gurus themselves, and so, in that case, they can't do anything for the welfare of others. That is why I am not against a guru, but I am opposed to hypocrisy of gurus and their ostentation. Nobody can negate a true guru. The guru is glorified from the viewpoint of a disciple, rather than from the viewpoint of the guru. The guru has a particular way of looking at things. A disciple has his own angle, and a third person has his own opinions. But the greatness of a guru is measured from the disciple's point of view. The guru believes that he has been in the background and does not deserve any credit. He has just shifted the disciple's point of view toward an obvious and real truth. The guru feels that he has just helped the disciple to be aware of the true nature of his self and not contribute anything in any way. On the second hand, The disciple feels that the Guru has given him all his wisdom, and whatever good has happened to him is because of the kindness of the Guru. The third person's opinion is that the disciple has achieved enlightenment because of his own devotion. The real Guru is the one who links us to God and enables us to realize God, but the one who just talks about it but does not lead us to God realization is indeed not a Guru. The glory given to such a Guru is artificial and is just to cheat people. More clear cannot be. Wow, fantastic reading. Swami Ramshuk Das Ki Jai Ho. Even he is no Gaudiya, but truth is truth, whatever sect or parivar sampradaya they belong to, or from wherever they are speaking from, is the truth is truth, and this is absolutely correct. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Para Brahman Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vayo Guru Gauranga Radhe Govinda Brahmo Narayan Hare Krishna Ramo Vayo Nitai Gaura Radheshyam Japo Hare Krishna Hare Ram. Jai Guru Shri Guru, Jai Guru Shri Guru, Jai Guru Radharaman, Jai Nitai, Jai Gaur, Jai Jai Sri Radheshyam. Gaura Premanande Haribol, thanks for staying with me. Sri Radheshyam.